Hi everybody, it's Monica Graves again with the Purple Mountain Group at eXp Realty. I would like to talk a little bit about recession, the word recession, and what we are hearing from our clients and hearing from our friends and family. And everybody's got this word that we're heading into a 2023 recession. Well, I'd like to just talk a little bit about that in regards to real estate. So what I have found after 29 years of being in real estate, yes, I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I would like to at least talk about for every single recession that we've had, all the way back to 1980, that doesn't always equal that there's going to be a housing crisis. Okay, so what I mean by that is just because we go through a recession, that doesn't actually mean that we're going to have a depreciation in home prices. I call this a deceleration. So we might have fewer sales because of the recession, but that doesn't mean that house prices have to go down. We might ride out this market and become more of a buyer's market. We'll still be selling lots of homes, or it might just be a balanced market, which is what I forecast and see that probably the fall of 2023, we might see more of a balanced market. Okay, so let me go over some examples, and I can share a slide with you if you reach out to me. My email is monica@remonica.com, or you can go to our website, purplemountain.com. That's PURPLEMTN.com, and subscribe to our YouTube, because this is where we put all the information. Purple Mountain Group YouTube, or my personal Monica Graves YouTube. Okay, so hit the subscribe button below and I will get you more information. But getting back to this, what I really want you to think about is in 1980, okay, we had a recession. And you might have not been alive then. I was actually in college. I'm sorry, I was a freshman in 1982. Don't want to date me any older than I am. But in 1981 is when I graduated from high school. And I totally remember everybody talking about a recession. Well, did you know that house prices increased by 6% that year? Also in 1981, again, there was a recession, and prices increased that year at 3.5%. So we had a little bit of a slowdown in between 80 and 81, but still had an appreciation. Now, 1991, that's when I had actually become a homeowner. I bought my first house in 1989, only 23 years old. My interest rate was 11.5%. I totally remember that I was excited that I got 11.5% because all my friends were at 14% when they bought their first home. So interest rates, yes, they can go up and down, and they were really high. I consider that high considering how low the interest rates are today. But we still bought and sold houses. And so that was the savings and loan, that was when everything was failing in that whole arena, in savings and loans and lenders and all of these things, and the oil prices had gone skyrocket like they are right now. Well, we did have a 1.9% decrease in price that year. Okay, so what's 1.9% decrease? Not very much, right? So it wasn't this huge decrease. And then in 2001, this was when I moved to Colorado in 2000, and it was really hard for us to try to find a house. It was multiple offers. Interest rates were around 9–10%, and we were fine with that. And we could not find a house because inventory was so low. There were so many people moving that year to Colorado. And there was an increase in price because the inventory was so low that the increase in price went up 6.6%. Now, let's look at the 2008 debacle. 2008, I was in real estate, and I had sold tons of homes. I also had a mortgage company, and interest rates started going down when all of this started happening right after, I'd say, 9/11 in 2001. From 2001 to 2008, we were seeing a decrease in interest rates. And they were trying to get the economy stirred back up, and they also wanted, after 9/11 happened, people just to get out and start looking at homes. And so there were some loans that were created about that time that weren't the best for everybody. And so I noticed that because I owned a mortgage company as well. And so there was all kinds of, we called them exotic mortgages, where people were signing away their life and taking on these mortgages where they're adjustable rate, where the mortgage interest rate would change, or they would lose their job. So all these things were happening in 2008 and up to 2008. And we did see a decrease in price when all of this happened, because this recession was actually about real estate. And so when you have a recession that's about real estate, that's when you're going to see the appreciation go down, and we call that depreciation. So it actually went down on an average of 19.7% across the nation. So there were some areas at 25% decrease in price, up to 30% decrease in price. But I want to tell you that this is not going to happen in this recession. The last little recession that we called a recession was the pandemic. And so everybody knows in March of 2020, lots of changes happened in our economy. But guess what? We had an average of 6% increase in home prices. And then in 2021, we had even higher increase in prices. And the main reason for that was because we were coming out of this little recession. It only took about a year. And then in 2021, the interest rates were so low. And with the interest rates so low, people were buying second homes, third homes, investment properties, and first-time home buyers. And lots of people were looking at, hey, I can afford a bigger and better home. Why don't I sell the current home that I'm in? So I want you to try to understand where we are now. The recession that we might be heading into, I've heard from experts that it might last a year, might last 2 years. So let's look at the positive aspect of it. Not every recession means that you're going to have a housing crisis, okay? I don't believe we're going to have a housing crisis. I believe we could decelerate a little bit, like I said, but not a depreciation in prices. So let's keep a positive mindset about this. And if you have any questions about the market right now, or if you want a free CMA, we offer those. My team offers market analysis, no obligation, and they're really thorough reports about your neighborhood and your area and what you could possibly have as a value of your home, whether you want to refinance, whether you want to do a home equity line of credit, maybe you want to repair your home. I have a pricing guide on if you were to add a deck to your house, what can you get back in that expense? If you were to put all new windows, if you were to put a new driveway, just questions like that, bring them on. We are ready for you. So again, subscribe to our channel. That is either the Purple Mountain Group, or I'm going to be posting this at Monica Graves. And we'd love to hear your questions. All right. So again, a recession does not mean a housing crisis. Have a wonderful day.